In this video, I'm going to show you how to self-release stiffness in your neck and shoulders. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over some great stretching exercises that are going to focus on muscle tightness and also joint stiffness running from the neck, the top part of the shoulder, into the shoulder. You may find that these put a lot of mobility in there and can end in a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release into the neck. As a bonus, all of these exercises can be done at home, do not require any special equipment, and may give quick neck and shoulder pain relief, even in as little as 30 seconds. So let's get started and self-release the neck and shoulder right now. This exercise is what I'd like to call the super bed neck and shoulder opener, since you can do it right in bed. You can also do this one on the floor. What I'm going to use is a rolled up large bath towel to put underneath my neck for extra comfort. You could also use a pillow. What I'm going to do, start off flat on my back just like this. This is a three-part exercise. With the last part, we're going to focus on trying to get to really self-release, but let's loosen up the muscles first to get better results. So in the first part, I'm just going to take two fingers, put them right on my chin, and then pull my chin towards my chest to put the neck into flexion. You should feel a very deep stretch into the neck. Really challenge yourself by taking the chin down towards the chest as much as you can. Once you feel that deep, comfortable stretch, let's hold this for about 5 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax and then do the opposite. You're going to take the back of the head down towards the floor or bed as much as you can. This will put the neck into extension. So we're really kind of going forward with it and then going backwards with it. Hold this for about 5 seconds. You're going to want to repeat this for 5 times. So 5-second holds for 5 times. I always joke and call that the 5 for 5. What I'm going to do next is a little bit more of a rotational stretch, and with this one you can get a sudden pop or release with it because it puts a lot of good mobility into the neck. So what I'm going to do is just have very good neutral posture into my neck, and then I'm going to look over towards one shoulder as far as I can go. When you do this, you should feel the muscles get activated just a little bit differently, so go as far as you can. Once we get to a point where it's a very comfortable stretch, what you can do is either hold this for about 5 seconds, or you can take two fingers, put them on the top of the head right here. Don't go over the jaw, you don't want to irritate that, but press into it just a little bit more for a passive stretch. And when I do this, sometimes I will get a sudden release or mobilization into the neck. That is quite common. But you just want to hold this for about 5 seconds. You're just going to relax and then just do it on the other side. Again, 5-second holds for 5 seconds. And the third part, what we're going to focus on is really relaxing a muscle known as the upper trapezius. It's right up to the top of the shoulder right here and goes into the neck. This one is very easy. I'm just going to plant my feet firmly on the floor or the bed and then lift my butt up towards the ceiling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one hand, bend the elbow at 90 degrees, slide it across the back as much as I can. When you do this, you're already going to feel a very good release into this top muscle right here that runs from the neck into the shoulder. That's that trapezius muscle. Once we have an initial stretch being felt, I'm going to take the other hand, place it on the side of the head, and then just bend my ear towards the other shoulder. And this becomes a very deep stretch into the neck. It feels really good. You want to go to a point where it's a very comfortable stretch, and again, this might get a sudden crack, pop, or release into the neck, but don't try to force it. Just get a very comfortable stretch. You want to hold this one for 5 seconds. You're just going to relax. On the next repetition, take this arm, drive it over even more, and take that ear towards the shoulder as much as you can. You want to do this for 5 times. And then what I'm going to do is just simply switch to the other side and repeat. You always want to do this on both sides to keep them in balance. But give that a try, and I hope that that gets the neck feeling a lot better and hopefully gets it to self-release. This exercise is what I'd like to call the shoulder scoop, and it's going to incorporate a little bit more traction or pulling motions to help open up the shoulder and neck. We just need the edge of a door frame or a wall for this one. So whatever side that we're focusing on, let's take that side's arm, put it out 45 degrees or straight out from the side, use our hand, grip right into that door frame. From there, I want nice upright posture, and I'm going to use my whole body weight to lean away from the door while my hand grips into it. When you do this, you should feel a very gentle pulling motion pretty much from the wrist into the elbow into the shoulder. Really focus on feeling it into the shoulder. Once we get a very deep but comfortable stretch into the shoulder, what I want to do from there is a scooping motion. So I'm going to act like my shoulder blade right here is scooping forward and then going backwards. So what I want to do is get that traction, scoop forward with it, and then I'm going to hold this for about 3 seconds. I'm using my whole upper body to kind of scoop forward, and you'll feel a lot activate into that shoulder. From there, I just relax, and then I'm going to just scoop backwards with it and do the same thing. On the next repetition, let's try to use our upper body weight to go just a little bit further away, scoop further into it, really try to activate those muscles, and then go all the way backwards with it. How we can take this one to the next level is to incorporate a little bit more of a neck stretch in there. So I'm going to get into that initial stretch right here. From here, I'm going to then take my hand, put it on the side of my head, and then pull over. With this one, if it is locked up, you might get a sudden pop, crack, or release into the neck. This puts a lot of mobility in there. You just want to hold this one for about 10 to 15 seconds. You're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. You can also take this one to the next level by doing that scooping motion with it. So let's scoop forward and then do that pull over. You'll notice that it just hits it a little bit differently. So experiment with that one. Go all the way back with the scooping motion and do the same thing. If any of those feel like it's hitting that spot just a little bit better, throw more repetitions in, target the spots that need it the most. And when you're done on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. So here's a great exercise I'd like to call the super standing neck and shoulder opener. It's a 3-part exercise that I do quite often because not only can it give a self-release into the neck or shoulder, but it really helps with tightness and stiffness. What we're going to do is start with very good upright posture, just like this. With the first exercise, let's focus a little bit more into the neck. What I'm going to do is an upper trapezius stretch. So again, very good upright posture. Take one arm, bend the elbow at 90 degrees, take the arm, slide it across the small of the lower back as much as you can like this. The further that you drive the arm over, the more that you're going to feel a muscle right up here relax. That's the upper trapezius. Kind of runs from the shoulder all the way into the neck. So really focus on feeling that. Once we get that initial relaxation, what I'm going to do, take the arm on the other side, bend that one at 90 degrees, take the hand, place it on the side of the head right here. So my left hand is grabbing my right side, and I'm going to take my left ear towards my left shoulder. When you do this, a very deep stretch will happen into the neck, and if it is locked up, you may get a sudden pop, crack, or release. That is quite common, but do not try to force the pop. Just go towards a very comfortable stretch and hold this one for 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, and then on the next repetition, let's drive the hand over just a little bit more. Try to take the ear over just a little bit more too. Challenge yourself to get a little bit more mobility. You want to do this for 3 to 5 complete repetitions, and then when you're done on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. Next, let's focus a little bit more into the shoulders. With this one, again, I'm going to start with very good upright posture. This time around, I'm going to take my head and just go into extension. That's a backwards movement like this. Go back as far as you can. You should really feel the muscles into the neck already start to get a very good activation. From there, what I'm going to do is take my arms straight at the elbow and then just grasp my hands just like this. Doesn't matter what side's on top. And then I'm just going to raise my hands up towards the ceiling as much as I can. The more that you go upwards towards the ceiling, the more that you're going to feel a very good stretch into the shoulders. And with this one, if you do have something that's locked up into a shoulder, you might get a sudden pop, crack, or self-release. But again, just do not try to force it. So we're going to go back and then lift the arms up like this. Go towards a comfortable stretch. You want to hold this one for 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax. On the next repetition, take the head back even further and try to stretch more upwards with it, 3 to 5 times. In the third part, we're going to focus a little bit more on the shoulder itself with a great exercise known as a chicken wing. We're going to do this one right at the edge of a wall. Grab a small towel or a pillow for extra cushion too. Just put it right on the wall just like this. So I'm going to bend one side's elbow, in this case it's my left, press into the towel into the wall. Take the hand right here, place it right on your hip for extra comfort. This is known as a chicken wing because we're going to mimic a chicken flapping its wing. So what I'm doing is I'm driving my elbow into the towel, into the wall. The wall is going to resist against us, so this will end up becoming a nice isometric exercise. So you're going to feel a lot activate into the shoulder right here the more that you press into the wall. Only go to your comfort level with this one right here. But if this shoulder is locked up, you might get a sudden self-release, pop, or crack into it the more that you drive the elbow into the wall. But again, only to your comfort level. Once you hit a very comfortable activation of these muscles, let's hold this one for 15 to 20 seconds. From there, you're just going to relax, take a breather. On the next repetition, try to just wing this elbow into the wall just a little bit more to challenge everything around the shoulder. But you want to do this one for 3 to 5 repetitions. And when you're done on one side, just switch to the other to keep them both in balance. If the exercises helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching.